last 2 weeks here in Fortnite have all revolved around one thing, obviously being Godzilla and his awesome mythic ability, and the entire time they were teasing the arrival of an even crazier character, being Kong, because as we all know, the last 2 weeks there's been a very, very small chance he would spawn at the beginning of the game, but there was no way to play as the boss or to fight against him until today when the Kong boss finally arrived. We have all the information for you right here in this video, as well as a massive hidden secret located at a new location, a super easy glitch to go fully invisible, and even a free Kong emote. But first, I'm literally 1 subscriber off my goal of 4.65 million subscribers. So if you hit that subscribe button right now, you'd literally make my entire year. And somebody tied our buddy Gup to the train tracks, and he's quickly running out of time. The only way to save him is to hit the thumbs up button on this video before it's too late. And don't forget, guys, I'm gifting 5 subscribers every single day who drop a like and comment with their epic ID. Huge shout out to all of these supporters. And I want to give a special thank you to everyone who made my wish come true and uses code HOMEMADEGAMES YT in the item shop. Ladies and gentlemen, we wasted too much time. We got a ton of awesome stuff to cover right here in this video, including finally getting to fight against the Kong boss, an absolutely massive hidden secret hidden at a brand new location, and so much more. Let's get into it. Super quickly, before we jump in game and fight against the Kong boss for the very first time, first things first, currently on the Chapter 6 island, Epic Games have hid some major teasers related to some super important upcoming storyline characters. First one actually has to do with Hope, aka the female protagonist, who we all remember was very, very important last chapter, had a special connection to Pandora's box, and would later be the thing responsible for showing Hope visions of the future, causing her to create all of these different paintings depicting her visions, and have always been responsible for helping us figure out what Fortnite has planned next. And in Chapter 6, her visions continue, as well as her painting hobby, as she created these mysterious images of 3 Japanese characters at her house in Hopeful Heights, as well as this older gentleman with a sword, and lastly, this young lady in the seaport city. All these characters are likely very important, not as important as the 2 newest paintings. In one of these, you're able to see a very heavy set man that looks very similar to a sumo wrestler, but the most important vision painting is this one right here, which honestly should look very, very familiar, as it's literally the exact same dude we talked about last week. You're able to find a bunch of statues of over at the Demon Dojo. Don't forget, it's believed that this character is actually an ancestor of Dago, Kendo, and Jade, aka the same dude responsible for creating and destroying the powerful ancient Ani mask, probably the only person who can save Jade from the spirit realm. Currently, that's really all we know about the mysterious ancestor, but believe it or not, there's an even more important character being teased on the island. It has a super interesting story behind it. Check it out. If we actually make our way over to the newest location on the Chapter 6 map, being the Kappa Kappa factory, obviously we all know this is essentially a pickle farm, probably the largest business in Fortnite history, as it appears they're literally making tens of thousands of pickles each day. Anyways, as we all know, located inside of the offices here, you're able to find this mysterious book, apparently outlining the Kappa Kappa company's plan to create some sort of mega pickle. And at first, this book was literally the only mention of that character, that is with the exception of the teaser image on the back of the Kendo skin. Well, apparently that plan is finally coming together, because if you actually make your way over here to where the massive barrels of pickles are, you're able to find this one pickle that is growing way, way bigger than all of the other ones. Obviously, this is the creation of the upcoming Pickled Peely skin. This won't just be a fun and goofy skin, because apparently the Kappa Kappa company is planning something huge with him. Right next to their book on how to create him, they have another book detailing an even more complex plan involving a rocket, tons of complicated math, and even the position of the surrounding planets. Now, I have no idea how a pickled version of Peely fits into this, but it looks like Peely will once again be a super important storyline character here in Chapter 6. But not as important as Kong, who officially arrived on the island today as a boss. Before we get to that, did you know there's a super easy way to go fully invisible inside of any match? And when I mean easy, I mean super easy. First things first, as soon as you jump out of the battle bus, you're just gonna want to make your way over to where the Winterfest cabin is located on the Chapter 6 island. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, someone else is landing there too. We're gonna call an audible. Instead, we're gonna land at this little shack located right outside of it and open up the chest that spawns here. Oh, perfect. We got a med kit. Now all we need to do is destroy some things to get some materials just like this. Now all we're gonna want to do is make our way over to the tree that spawned right outside of that location. Oh dear. That's that enemy. We gotta let him pass, boys. Okay, I think we're in the clear. Now, if we just build a ramp on the ground in front of the tree, place a floor on top of it alongside a cone, then edit the cone like this and walk inside of the tree. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, look, it worked. We're literally invisible inside of the tree. This is so messed up, man. This is insane. I wonder what it looks like for enemies, bro. It does seem like a little part of the skin is sticking out. Obviously, just because I used the massive skin being Kong. But I have an idea. What if we walk over to this bigger branch? Oh, yes, this spot's like 10 times better. Now there's only like a super small part of our foot that the enemies can see. Uh-oh, boys. The Kong portal is spawning, so we have to be careful. But let's see how long we're able to survive here without any enemies noticing. Oh, we got a car. An enemy just drove right by me. Oh, and he didn't see me. Yes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, another enemy just went by. And he didn't see me either. Let's go. Essentially proving that we're fully invisible. And this is probably one of the most overpowered glitches in Fortnite history. But ladies and gentlemen, we've wasted way too much time. And it's time to get to business. So obviously, we all know the last 2 weeks here in Fortnite have been entirely themed around Godzilla. Thus, finally getting to unlock him as a secret skin. As well as the massive Titan takedown event. Where at first, there was only about a 20% chance of the Godzilla portal spawning. Until last weekend, where Epic Games increased the spawn rate to 100% before dropping it back down to 60% for this week. And the entire time, there's been a very, very small 5% chance of Godzilla's arch rival Kong spawning in at the beginning of the game with some Monarch supply drops before hopping back into the portal and leaving the island. Turns out, this all functioned as a teaser for the arrival of the Kong boss and Mythics later in the season. Speaking of Kong, you know how we released inside of the item shop the day before the Titan takedown event started? Well, now there's a totally free reward for everyone. Let me explain. You know how last weekend, Epic Games held a special tournament known as the Community Cup? And there were a few free rewards. One of them being Surge's Surge Wrap if you got 8 points. Another being the Surging Edge Backbling if you got 40 points. A few days ago, those items released inside of the Fortnite item shop. They weren't that expensive as the entire bundle only cost 1,600 V-Bucks. But at first, players who earned the Backbling weren't able to purchase the pickaxe without paying full price. So Epic Games decided to fix it. Now, if you own both the Backbling and the Wrap, you're able to pick up the skin for only 300 V-Bucks, literally making it the cheapest skin in all of Fortnite history. But back to Kong, because for a while, we all thought Godzilla was going to be the only boss for the Titan takedown event. However, that was quickly disproven. Tons and tons of game files for a Kong Mythic were recently discovered that were totally separate from all the Mythic abilities Godzilla has, like the Heat Ray, Stomp, and Roar. Instead, the lead Kong Mythic was actually codenamed Throw Banana, obviously being a reference to gorillas and monkeys' obsession with bananas. At first, we all assumed this Mythic would have something to do with Kong's glove, known as the Beast Glove, that was introduced in the latest Godzilla Kong movie, was created essentially with the goal of healing and increasing the massive beast power. But what the Mythic actually turned out to be was way cooler. And here we go, dropping into a real match. As you can see, just like last week, Kong now still spawns in the beginning. With all of the Monarch supply drops in the absolutely beautiful mini live event, or hopping back into the portal and leaving the island temporarily. Meaning, in order to turn into him, we're gonna need to wait a little bit for his portal to spawn. Just like we had to wait a few minutes for the Godzilla portal to appear. While we wait, we might as well make our way over to where Kong spawned. Reveal something else very important, because Epic Games announced recently they'll be increasing the portal spawns to 100% again later this week, all in preparation for what's going to be happening on January 31st. Godzilla will apparently be removed from the game altogether. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because this definitely isn't the last we've seen of the beast, because believe it or not, Epic Games actually has something massive planned for this weekend, actually being our very first mini live event of Chapter 6. Now, because it wouldn't make any sense for this live event to be themed around the Spirit Realm or Jade, since that storyline is still in the very, very early stages. Don't worry, because we will probably see a mini live event related to that closer to the release of Season 2. But instead, it only makes sense that this live event on Saturday features a battle between Godzilla and Kong. I mean, think about it. Last 2 weeks, that's literally all anyone's been focused on here inside of Fortnite, especially since Epic Games have been non-stop teasing the arrival of Kong, him literally appearing on the island in a small percentage of games, as well as his brand new Throw Banana Mythic. A Godzilla vs. Kong live event is basically the only thing that makes any sense. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, because it gets even better. Because a brand new game mode has just been discovered inside of the Fortnite game files, codenamed Sweet Spoon, which is literally the exact opposite of Godzilla's codename, Sour 4. Basically implying that this game mode will allow us to play as Kong himself, probably even another chance to play as Godzilla, meaning this mode will likely be a massive battle between the two beasts. Basically, functioning the exact same as the Day of Doom LTM we had back in Chapter 5 Season 4. Long story short, coming up here on Saturday, we'll either see a Godzilla vs. Kong mini live event take place on the Chapter 6 Battle Royale Island, or we'll get to do it ourselves in a brand new mode where we get to play as the beast and duel it out. Either way, Kong's involvement in the season isn't just simply appearing from a portal at the beginning of the game. Epic Games is clearly planning something huge involving him for this weekend, and I'll have all the information for you right here on this channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe button to not miss anything. Oh, but some of the final enemies. Time to bop them. What do you say? What do you say? Yes! Man, this legendary Ranger AR is crazy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. This should be it. This should be the victory royale. Now I just gotta get this guy over here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, this is it. This is the very final enemy. Oh my goodness. Here he comes. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about, a victory royale. As soon as the Kong boss in Mythic arrives here inside of Fortnite, I'll make sure to let all of you guys know by making a tweet over my official Twitter account, @HomeAGamesYT. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an absolutely incredible rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.